After moving into their $1.3 million dream home, a New Jersey family started receiving creepy death threats from someone who identified themselves as the Watcher. As CBS News reported earlier this year, since moving in, the owner said they have been received numerous letters from the mysterious person. The Watcher claimed that the home has been the subject of my family for decades, and I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming, Castro reported. The new owners have several children, and other letter asked, have they found out what's in the walls yet? And I pleased to know your names now, and the name of the young blood you have brought to me. The family was forced to flee from their home and later file a lawsuit against the previous owners. Last year, the Indianapolis Star published a lengthy report on a family terrorized by 3 children allegedly possessed by demons. The account of Latio Ammons and her family tells disturbing stories of children climbing up the walls, getting thrown across rooms, and children threatening doctors in a deep natural voices. It would seem like something straight out of a movie, a work of fantasy, except all of these accounts were more or less corroborated with nearly 800 pages of official records obtained by the Indianapolis Stars and recounted in more than a dozen interviews with police, DCS personnel, physiologists, family members, and Catholic priest. One of the more chilling sections of the report includes a segment about the possessed 9 years old. According to Washington's original DCS report, an account corroborated by Walker, the nurse, the 9-year-old had a weird grin and walked backward by a wall of the ceiling. He then flipped over Campbell, landing on his feet. He never let go of his grandmother's hand. Another segment of piece reads, the 12-year-old would later tell mental health professionals that she sometimes felt as if she were being choked and held down so she couldn't speak or move. She said she heard a voice say she had never see her family again and wouldn't leave another 20 minutes. In August 2016, in North London, 26-year-old Kennedy Ife began acting strange and aggressive following a pain in his throat. He reportedly bit his father, threatened to cut off his own penis, and complained of python or snake inside of him before his family restrained him to bed with cable ties and excessive force. As the BBC reported, the family then set about attempting to cure Kennedy through restraint and prayer over the next 3 days, the court was told. His brother Colin Ife told police, it's clear that things was in him. What we believed was demon because it was not natural. It was clearly trying to kill him, he said. We had to restrain him for himself. It was clear if we didn't restrain him, he could have tried to harm people in our family. Kennedy Ife has been bound to his bed for 3 days without medical attention when his brother called emergency services, explaining that Kennedy Ife was complaining of dehydration. He appeared to have developed breathing issues and was pronounced dead at 10:17 a.m. As the Independent reported, while police were at the house of Colin Ife, allegedly carried out an attempted restriction by chanting and praying of Mr. Ife. All 7 of Kennedy Ife's family members were accused of manslaughter, false reasons, and causing or allowing the death of a vulnerable adult. A post-mortem evaluation revealed over 60 wounds, including a possible bite on Kennedy Ife's body. On his father, Kennedy Ife, along with 4 of his brothers, sustained injuries as well. The BBC reported that Kenneth Ife told juniors he ordered his sons to take shifts and use overwhelming forces, but denied that an association with cults and secret societies played any part in the death. After a 4-day jury deliberation, all 7 family members were cleared of charges on March 14, 2019.